Hi guys, and we're back with another episode of my Kanto Solo Run series, where I aim to bring a solo run video of all 151 Pokemon from the Kanto region, just to see if it's possible to solo run the game with those 151 Pokemon. So let's recap the rules. Rule 1, we let the wheel decide. I spin 3 times on our randomizer wheel and we choose one of the 3 Pokemon to get drawn to do the run with. Rule 2, I can only use that Pokemon for the entire run. I can catch utility Pokemon for likes of Cut, Surf and such, but they can't be used in battle whatsoever. Rule 3, I cannot heal HP or status effects in battle at all using items. If you're using moves though, that's fair game. Rule 4, I can use the badge boost glitch in Gen 1 as it's kind of unavoidable. Rule 5, I can use TMs and HMs. Now that's settled, let's get spinning on the next choice on the wheel. Okay, so last time we had Bulbasaur on the randomizer wheel. Let's see what we get this time. I'm kind of hoping for like either a 1-stage evolution, like one without an evolution, or like a middle stage. Let's see what we get. Mr. Mime! Oh, wow. That'd be an interesting one. Great move pool. Decent stats. I think only Lance would be a problem because Mr. Mime doesn't learn Ice Beam, so that'd be an interesting choice to go with. I feel like I'm already sold on this. Let's see what else we get. Spin the wheel, and we get... well, I asked for a middle stage evolution. We've got Nidorina. Not sure I'm sold on Nidorina. Especially when Mr. Mime's the first choice. Let's see what we get next time. And... oh wow, some really good choices coming out here. I'm torn between Mr. Mime and Gyarados. Gyarados would be incredibly easy and quick to do a run through with. You know what guys, I think I'm going to go with Mr. Mime for this one. I think it's going to be a more interesting video, so let's get started. Right, now we've chosen Mr. Mime, let's get started on the run. Choose my name as normal, let's go with Brown, and we'll choose... let's go for Ben for rival again. If you'd like to be the rival in future videos, please comment and let me know, and I'll pick the most interesting name. So let's go grab our Mr. Mime. I'm gonna make his final battle against Squirtle, just because the special defense on Squirtle is probably going to be higher than on the others, and mostly Mr. Mime is a special attacker, so makes easy work with the Squirtle in the very first battle. I decided, you know what? Confusion's such a hell of a move. Let's go for Brock straight away at level 6 and just see how we do. And level 6 is not high enough to be able to beat even that Diglett, so I don't think I'd have much hope against... the Onyx or Geodude. But level 8, yep, we get the win on level 8. Go up to level 9, and Confusion just destroys the Sandshrew. So that was actually quite easy. Like, just shows you at such a low level how good Mr. Mime actually is. You know, I'm going to use this potion, I'm going to go straight into Brock, and let's see if we can beat him at this level as well. Because if we do, that's probably the lowest level so far we've been able to beat Brock has. So, wow, Confusion does so much damage. That's a 2-hit KO. Now against... oh, he's used Bide. Can I kill it beforehand? He used... yes, get in. Level 11 Mr. Mime beats Brock. I think that's the lowest level we've been able to do this at so far. I reckon this is going to be a very quick run. Going on to the Super Nerd now, and he's not going to be a problem whatsoever. He's got all poison type moves, and Confusion decimates his teams. Having that chance of Confusion as well, it honestly makes this run so much quicker, so much easier for me. Now we've got the Helix Fossil, let's move on to Cerulean. And you know, I thought, coming straight out of the cave, let's go see how tough Misty actually is. I'm level 17 at this point. I'm just going to throw up a barrier to keep my defense up. See how much... Confusion does not do much damage. Oh, I might be in over my head here with level 17. And, oh, it's used Bubble Beam. That's not good. Oh, double Bubble Beam. What are the chances? Lost against Misty, so I thought, you know, let's see how we do against the rival. Level 17 still. Let's go against the Pidgeot. Oh, and it gets the Sand Attack off. That is so annoying. I think I've said this in my previous videos, but I hate Sand Attack so much against me. Like I've lost against the Pidgeot. I didn't even get past it. I'm just going to go straight back into the battle, see if we can beat it before it gets too many Sand Attacks off. It does get one off, but we take it down. Now level 18. I decide here, you know what? I've got barrier, I might as well utilise the badge boost glitch a little bit. So let's raise the defense. I think after Brock you only get like your defense increase, which would be good against the Charmander. So we'll just because Abra doesn't use any attacking moves, he only uses teleport at this point in the game. Just get the barrier up, and you can see it takes out the Rattata in one hit. We can fuse the Squirtle, and there we go. We've beaten the rival on Nugget Bridge. I thought, you know what, let's give Misty another try. We're a couple of levels above what we were last time, going into this battle, level 23. I did go and pick up Thunderwave, just because I thought, you know, I need that extra insurance against her. I haven't got any other moves apart from Confusion, so I did pick up Seismic Toss as well, just in case I need a different move. It does get a Bubble Beam off, but because I'm a few levels higher, it doesn't do anywhere near as much damage. Seismic Toss always does a set amount of damage based on your level, and I nearly lose against the Starmie. Wow, 2 HP. Going straight onto the rival at the next point, and I did go into this battle paralysed, so I was getting a bit cocky at this stage, so I didn't know whether I'd win or not. Take down the Pidgeot, level 27 now. The Raticate, and I just keep getting paralysed, and it takes me out. So I went back in at full health, and this time the battle was so much easier. Raticate goes down in 1 confusion. Seismic Toss deals with the Kadabra in 2. And straight onto the War Turtle. I go for the confusion, takes over half health. And that's it down. Level 27 to be fair. That's the first time I've lost against the rival at this stage in the game in such a long time. It's usually at this point in the game kind of has a bit of a lull where it's generally quite easy. And then when you get up to Silphcore, that's when the game gradually starts getting harder and harder. Moving on to Lieutenant Surge, I didn't think I would have a problem with this battle whatsoever. We open with Barrier just to increase our defense, but uses Sonic Boom, which isn't good. Always does 20 damage, and it's taken off a hell of a lot of health for me here. Pikachu goes down in 1 confusion, and the Raichu goes down in 2 confusions. Easy battle to be fair, but taking 2 Sonic Booms, I was honestly a bit worried. If he'd used Thunderball, he probably would have taken me out at this point. And one of the best things about Mr. Mime, you can get Thunderball after Surge, which is going to be one of the best moves we can use in this run. I could get Thunder from Mr. Mime, but at the same time, I'd rather have the insurance of better accuracy. So I was kind of tossing up which move to get rid of here, Barrier or Thunder Wave, and I thought, you know what, it was a tough choice because I could utilise the Badge Boost glitch, but I decided to get rid of Thunder Wave. I've got Thunderbolt, so if it does have a chance of paralysis, so it's probably the best thing. I probably should have added Body Slam on for this battle, but yeah, I managed to get through without it. So I didn't need. Got rid of Seismic Toss, and we make through Rock Tunnel. Wasn't really any interesting battles that happened in there. We go straight against the rival in Lavender Tower. I'm quite over leveled compared to his full team right now, so don't be surprised that this is a very easy battle for me. Thunderbolt takes out the Pidgeot. Growlithe goes down in 1 Thunderbolt. The Execute, I started to realise from this point on the Execute was going to be a problem. Body Slam's not a very powerful move against it, considering Mr. Mime doesn't have great attack. So that made me quite worried for the later half of the game where he gets high level Execute and an Executor. Keeping Thunderbolt on makes the War Turtle a lot easier. And you can kind of see what sort of strategy I'm going for at this point. As soon as we get to Celadon, I opt to do something that I haven't actually done before. So I go and get a couple of fresh waters. I forgot at this point as well that Mr. Mime can't learn Ice Beam, which means that Lance is going to be a real problem. But I go straight off to Saffron without doing anything else first, and I get Psychic. This move is going to carry us through a hell of a lot of the game. It'll make Bruno so easy, it'll make Agatha so easy. So it's a no-brainer picking this up for it, because it doesn't actually learn it naturally. Going on to Erica next, I thought, you know, I've got Psychic now, this will be an easy battle, let's just get this one out of the way. I didn't even go in at full health for this battle. Psychic takes the Victory Bell out in 1 hit. Tangela isn't actually weak to Psychic, so I'd go for Body Slam first. Gets a few binds off, but it's not going to be that much of a threat whatsoever. It's got Bind and Constrict. It's not a threat whatsoever. Just against a Mr. Mime using physical attacking moves, it's a bit bulky. Now the Vileplume comes out, goes down in 1 Psychic, easy battle. And strangely, for once, the Tangler was actually the biggest threat in that battle, which I don't really say very often. I don't think I usually ever say that very often. Moving into the Rocket Game Corner, we go and pick up the, I think it's the lift key, isn't it? Yeah, the lift key from this guy here. He's only got a Zubat and a Coffin, so easy battle. Pick up the lift key, nearly forgot it there. Oh, if you ever watch my full playthroughs, I sometimes forget that and I have to track back and lose some time. Going against the Onyx, it goes down in 1 Psychic. I'm at level 36 at this point. Giovanni is not a problem whatsoever. In fact, he's not going to be a problem for the entirety of this run. A lot of his Pokemon don't have great special defense. So to be fair, he's pretty much just an easy one-shot battle with Psychic. Moving on to the Lavender Tower, we need to go and get the Poké Flute from Mr. Fuji. I always found this bit of text a bit weird, like it's almost as if he doesn't realise that those rockets are there, keeping guard on him, not letting him go. Like, it's quite strange. I'm at level 38 at this point, so Mr. Mime is honestly sailing above others. Now we've saved Mr. Fuji, let's go get the Poké Flute and we can head off to Fuchsia. And I always hate that you have to go and divert that way. You know, I actually get bored and I decide, you know, let's go see how Mr. Mime does in Silphco against a rival. I'm at level 39 at this point, we Thunderbolt the Pidgeot, it doesn't take it out. It takes 2 Thunderbolts at this stage, I probably need to go and buy a few Calciums. Thunderbolt takes the Growlithe out with a critical hit, I'm at level 40 now. And here's where you start to see the Execute becoming a problem. It's taken 1, 2, 3 Body Slams to take it out. Now on to Alakazam. I'm not scared about this whatsoever, but it's still a little bit bulky considering physical. I'm not a strong physical attacker, so it does take a few Body Slams to take it out. We've added Meditate onto the move pool now, just for the badge boost glitch if we need it. And there we go. We've taken down the rival first time at level 40. I'm very confident about Mr. Mime. He's doing extremely well for this stage of the game. Now go against Giovanni, and as last time, it's not going to be that much of a problem. I don't even go in at full health here. Kangaskhan, not going to be a problem with Psychic. Rhyhorn, again, going to go down with a Psychic. Nidoqueen, weak against Psychics, going down in 1. And I get the critical as well. Bye bye Giovanni, you are not tough whatsoever. Before even going off to Fuchsia, I decided, you know, let's give Sabrina a try. I've done well in Silphco, let's see how we do here. So we start off with Body Slam, and it takes 2 hits to take out the Kadabra, which doesn't sound very good. 2 hits, and I got a critical for the Mr. Mime here. Haven't taken much damage here. But the Venomoth, strangely, I always find one of the easier battles in this gym. But this time, it's really not. The Leech Life move is super effective against me, and it used it 3 times there. I'm on 5 health, I'm thinking at this point, 5 health. As soon as that Alakazam attacks me, I'm down. But it spams recover and gets paralysed. So we actually win on 5 HP, and we've beaten Sabrina. I honestly didn't think we would win that battle there. I thought we'd have to do that one a couple of times. But that Venomoth just turned out to be a massive surprise. Moving on to Corgo, we've got Psychic as our main move. I am not worried for this battle whatsoever. In fact, I even go into the battle with less HP, and I'm poisoned for this. So, yeah, as you can see, this is just such an easy battle for us. Mr. Mime is just ploughing his way through these gyms. Next we go off, after we've got Toxic from Corgo, we go straight off to find the Gold Teeth. Go and get HMO free for Surf. And always, every now and then, I think the most common items that you find throughout the run through in terms of stat boosting is going to be the Carbos. You find one in Silphco, you find one in the Safari Zone. It's always worth increasing your speeds. You want to be able to attack first and take out Pokemon without taking any damage. Next we go on to Blaine. And again, same deal as Erica really. I didn't think he would be a problem whatsoever. The Growlithe gets off an Ember, but I've badge boost glitched with Meditate, so even the special's going to have gone up with that. Go on for Psychic. You can see it's pretty much going to be a one-hit KO on most of his Pokemon here. Got a critical on the Rapidash. And the Arcanine goes down in 2 Psychics. Not a problem whatsoever. Next we're going off to Giovanni. Once we've got Fire Blast from Blaine and Giovanni, I opted for a different strategy here. So at the later levels, Mr. Mime actually gets Substitute. And I saw it get this move and I thought, you know what? I've actually got a chance to try out something here. So what I did was I got Substitute in, and then I taught Mr. Mime Solar Beam. Because even though I lose a little bit of HP by using Substitute, as you'll see here, it takes a few hits before that Substitute gets taken down and it can then attack me directly. So that actually gives me a turn to get a Solar Beam in. But in this battle, I actually didn't really need it. Psychic takes it out, so to be fair, all I've done is put an insurance barrier up in front of me. And with Rhydon, I actually try it out, just see how it goes. It uses Horn Drill, so it doesn't even hit me, and Solar Beam takes down the Rhydon. Easy battle, and interesting strategy. I'm going to see how that works in the later battles. Next we go off to fight the rival, and here is where the challenge got very difficult for Mr. Mime. We start with Thunderball against the Pidgeot, and it's still not taken out in one hit. That's really annoying me. The Rhyhorn, I've decided to try and substitute and get the Solar Beam off just to see if it becomes like a consistent strategy. The Growlithe goes down in 1 Psychic. And the Execute, this is where I knew I was going to be having problems because I don't have Body Slam anymore. So the only move that's really going to do okay damage is going to be Thunderbolt. And then I get Paralysed. Got Paralysed there, and now it goes into Alakazam. Going to Psybeam there. It's not doing very much damage, thankfully. I try... I'm not going to win this battle. Leechy takes us out, so let's go straight back into the fight again. So this time, I've used a few rare candies this time just to see if we can take it out in 1 Thunderbolt. It does this time. Now going to Rhyhorn. Go for Psychic, just take that out in 1 hit. We haven't got any moves to utilise the Badge Boost glitch, so we just Psychic all the way through. Now the big problem from last time. Try using Psychic, it takes out half health and it goes for Solar Beam, but Psychic takes it out in 2 hits. Now onto Alakazam, we got full health, this is looking really good. I use Substitute, he uses Recover, and I go into Thunderbolt. Only does about 1/3 damage, which isn't good. The Substitute breaks. I decided, you know what, let's just keep going for Thunderbolt. We're going to have to get a critical hit to get past this here. We just keep spamming Thunderbolt, keeps getting critical hits, and then it keeps reflecting or recovering, but we do take it down. I go back into another Substitute, and it takes the damage. We now use Solar Beam. He lowers his head for Skull Bash. Oh, and it breaks the Substitute. It's a good thing I did use it there. Thunderbolt then takes out the Blastoise, and we've beaten the rival before the Elite Four. Whew! Seems to be going quite well so far. Okay, here's what I usually do before I even go and fight the Elite Four. We go heal up, go and drop all of the Pokemon into the box, and then go and buy 4 to 5 full restores. Just because I can't heal within battles, I have to heal outside of them. And full restore it's probably one of the cheaper ones, better for this. I get 4 to do this challenge with. Save my game because I don't want to be going back all the way to the start of the Elite Victory Road, and we go straight against Lorelei. From first impressions, I honestly think this battle won't be too bad. We've got Thunderbolt, which is a great move, and not any moves really that should do too much damage against us. Dugong goes down in 2 Thunderbolts. Cloyster goes down it nearly went down in 1. Goes down in 2 Thunderbolts, and we go on to Slowbro. Goes down in 2. And I'm looking quite confident for this one. We should be at Lorelei first time here. Then I remembered Jinx isn't Jinx is not weak to Thunderbolt, and I don't actually have a move that is. So I actually lose the first time, which is very annoying. We start off this time with Substitute going into Solar Beam. Doesn't actually take out Dugong in 1 full hit, which is quite annoying, and I lose the Substitute there. So I've kind of needlessly given away HP. Thunderbolt still doesn't take out Cloyster in 1 hit. Going to Thunderbolt for Slowbro, it uses Water Gun. Probably the best choice it could have done there for us. And for Jinx this time, I'm going to create the substitute just to get us a bit of insurance. And then let's try Thunderbolt it down. It uses Thrash and it breaks it. So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. This is getting really annoying. Thankfully, Critical Thunderbolt takes it out. Does it take out the Lapras? But nah, it uses Blizzard. So we lost against Lorelei twice there. I decided this is probably a good time to use my remaining rare candies. Just use 2 just to see if that makes much of a difference. We might be able to take out the Pokemon with 1 Thunderbolt now. So yeah, let's see how this fight goes. Start off with Thunderbolt against the Dugong. It still doesn't take it out in 1 hit. It uses Aurora Beam, but it goes down to another Thunderbolt. Cloyster now does get taken out in 1 Thunderbolt, which is good. The Slowbro gets critical hitted, so that's down in 1 hit. We've got quite a lot of health now against the Jinx. It does use Thrash, but you know what, we're just going to spam Thunderbolt. It gets the paralysis off, which is great. But I'm at 15 health now for this Lapras. If I take 1 more hit, I'm going down. But thankfully she uses a Super Potion. And that means we can beat with Lorelei. That took more tries than I actually thought it would. And to be fair, I'm probably better using these rare candies, but considering I've got Psychic, Bruno is not going to be a problem whatsoever. And even if the Onyxes give us a problem, we'll substitute and we'll use Solar Beam. But as you can see here, Psychic just one-shots his entire team. It's absolutely incredible move. In my opinion, Psychic next to Body Slam is the best move in Gen 1, hands down. Especially if you've got it attached to your Alakazam. Going against Agatha now. Again, not worried about this battle. Psychic should just take out her entire team with quite a lot of ease. It doesn't take out the first Gengar in 1 hit. It must just be in a low roll. Thunderbolt doesn't take out the remaining damage, but she switches into Golbat, which is good for us. Apart from that, we get confused. And she uses a Super Potion. We hit ourselves in confusion a few times, but I'm still not too worried about this. We use a Thunderbolt to take out the remaining Gengar, which brings out Haunter, and Psychic takes that out in 1 hit. Arbok is going down in 1 Psychic. And Gengar, it doesn't go down in 1 hit like the previous one, but it uses Dream Eater, so it's a free move. And there's Agatha beaten. Now on to the Elite Four member I was most worried about. Because Mr. Mime doesn't know any ice moves, it couldn't learn Ice Beam. This fight, I did not know whether I would win or not. We start off with Gyarados, and we use Thunderbolt. Takes it out in 1. Dragonair. I decide to go for another Thunderbolt just to see how much damage it does. It doesn't do very much, so I opt to go for Psychic, which does do a critical hit, so I don't actually know how much that would have done. And then uses another Psychic, so I still don't know how much that would have done. The Aerodactyl gets a takedown off, which puts us down on low HP. This isn't looking good. I use Psychic, it uses Slam and takes me out, so yeah. I actually thought Aerodactyl would be the one that would be the most problem, but it actually turned out to be the Dragonite at the end. It's just really good special. I used the remaining rare candies just to get myself at level 65 this time. And we just use the Psychics to get through the Dragonairs. We can't Badge Boost Glitch because I haven't got moves that allow me to. Got a low roll on Psychic there, but the critical hit takes it out. We use Thunderbolt and Aerodactyl and Outspeed, now we're at level 65. We use Psychic on Dragonite, it's now doing just under half damage. Use a Slam, and because we outspeed, we win the battle. That was close. Very close. If he got one more Slam or a Hyper Beam off, that would have been game over. So now we're on to the champion, Mr. Mime, level 65. This is what it's all come down to. Come on, Mr. Mime. Starts off with a Pidgeot, and Thunderbolt still doesn't take it out. 4 levels above it, still doesn't take it out in 1, which is it's been annoying me for so much of this run, as you've been seeing. I used a Substitute to take the damage from that Psy Beam and use Thunderbolt. It paralyzes it, which is great. We now put in the Solar Beam. It was paralyzed, so we get the full Solar Beam off, but it still doesn't take it out. Thankfully, one more Thunderbolt does. He sends in the Rhydon. We've still got a Substitute up, so let's get the Solar Beam off. And the Substitute there is gone. Brings out the Arcanine. Psychic should take that down in 2 hits, it seems. And now the Executor, the one that I was most worried for. I opt for Substitute here just to see if I can take damage, but the Barrage just decimates that straight away. And I know at this stage I've lost. It was so annoying. Got all the way to the champion, and that Executor, the one that's been doing my head in for the entire run, he wins. So I'm going to show you the full final run that I did do. I opted to take off Substitute this time, and we were going to utilise the Badge Boost glitch. We put Double Team on Mr. Mime, and because of the Badge Boost glitch, if you're not familiar with how it works, in Gen 1 and Gen 2, and I think it might be Gen 3 as well, you get stat boosts for every badge that you get. So like after Brock you get like a defense one, I think. After Blaine I think you get like a special boost. So when you use a move like Double Team where it raises a stat, what the game actually does is raise all your other stats by I think 12.5%. So if you use consecutive ones of that, it's adding another 12.5% each time. And that's how the Badge Boost glitch essentially works. It means that, well, using it with Double Team is a bit of a cheesy strategy, but I wanted a good time on Mr. Mime, even though we're not really playing for time. I wanted a good time on Mr. Mime. He'd done so well this entire run. I didn't want to spend hours of in-game time just trying to beat the Elite Four, or going back to find other trainers to go just to do this bit. So using Double Team, it means that our evasiveness goes straight up, and all of our other stats go up at the same time, so it's a massive boost to everything that you do. As you can see there, we ploughed through Bruno without any problem whatsoever. Agatha is not going to be a problem whatsoever as well. The Gengar now goes down in one hit. Golbat goes down in one. Haunter goes down in one. Arbok goes down in one. Can we do it to the level 60 Gengar? And we do. Oh no, we don't. Oh, what? It survives on 1 HP. That's annoying. I wanted the full 5 there. Oh, right. Now on to Lance. Let's see how easy he is now. We're a bit higher leveled, and we've got Double Team on the move roster. So he's going to start off with Gyarados. We're going to go with Thunderbolt as normal. Gyarados is a water flying, so Thunderbolt does 4 times damage. We're going to go for Double Team, set up against the Dragonairs. Unfortunately, it does get a Dragon Rage off, so we always lose 40 HP with that. Even though I've put loads of Double Teams off, it still gets a Hyper Beam away. Now Psychic takes that in 1 hit. Psychic takes that out in 1 hit. Now we've set up the Double Teams. Thunderbolt, we outspeed the Aerodactyl, so we've now taken that out in 1 hit. And Psychic still takes 2 hits, but considering it can't hit us with Slam, actually ends up being quite an easy battle. That's how broken Double Team really is with the Badge Boost glitch. It just makes the battle so much easier. They can't hit you. You're boosted to, like, you've literally jacked yourself up so much. It's like giving your Pokemon essentially steroids using moves. And now to the final battle. With Pidgeot, we start off with Thunderbolt as normal. Now it actually takes out in 1 hit. I actually opt to start using Double Team on the Alakazam, because you can only really use Psychic and Psybeam. They're not very effective against us, so setting up Double Team against Alakazam was the more strategic move. Now we've got the full Double Team set up. We can use 2 Thunderbolts to get it down. We can use Solar Beam to take out the Rhydon in 1. The Arcanine should go down in 1 with Psychic. The Executor, again, the big boy. This is the one that was the problem. You would have seen there we got a critical hit. When you get a critical hit after using the Badge Boost glitch, it kind of cancels it out, which is strange, but I don't understand how that works. It kind of goes off your original stat points for that. We use Thunderbolt to take out the Blastoise, and there we go. Mr. Mime has beaten the Elite Four. That shouldn't have been that hard. I'm very interested right now to see what time we actually finished on, considering Blastoise had actually very good timing for this. Let's see what we finished on for Mr. Mime. So congratulations, Mr. Mime is now a Hall of Famer. And he finished at level 66, 5 hours 20 minutes. Oh, it was a few minutes. It was a few minutes off Blastoise. Ah, wow. Anyway, that's reasons why we do these runs. See how quickly we can do it, I guess. And we also proved you can beat the whole game with Mr. Mime. I'm excited to see what comes on the randomizer wheel next. I'm actually hoping for something. I wouldn't say Mr. Mime was a challenge, but yeah, I think we need something that's a bit more of a challenge, don't you think? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, you know, all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. And if you'd like your name as either the rival or, you know, even the Pokemon that I use for the next run, feel free to give me a comment, and I'll choose the funniest name or the most interesting name. Cheers now, catch you later.